Project-based learning, sometimes called passion-based learning, allows children to develop independent learning skills while exploring their passions. Project-based learning can be described by its 5 steps. First is to generate and identify student interests. What do your students want to learn about? Where do their passions lie? It's your job as the teacher to spark and guide, but it must be them that makes their decision. Step 2 is to talk about it and generate questions that can be answered. These can be guiding questions to focus research. Next is to research, and this will take time. I envision this process as moving through a few subjects. For example, a social lesson can focus on the societal impacts of the topic. ELA lessons can include writing instruction about the topic, including interviews, lists, letters, and stories. There are so many options to integrate student projects into curricular outcomes. Fourth is to have students represent their learning. What do you know now and how do you want to share it? Students should be given choice in their representation strategy. And this representation can serve as a summative assessment, but there are many opportunities along the way that will lend themselves to either formative or summative assessment. I would keep a journal to inform my formative assessment. Finally, students should be given the opportunity to share their knowledge with a broader audience. Depending on the age of your student, this could be an opportunity to teach positive uses of social media. Project-based learning is student-centered and allows you as the teacher to challenge students on an individual level. PBL lends itself to differentiated learning as students can learn at their own pace in their own way. However, this process can also be collaborative and can encourage students to motivate each other and learn from one another. In studies of elementary students at all levels, children that engaged in PBL demonstrated a better understanding of math skills than those that did not. PBL also proved to develop innovative thinking and a high level of engagement and motivation when done both independently and collaboratively. Project-based learning allows students to practice life skills like flexibility, organization, time management, self-control, metacognition, decision-making, and problem-solving. It is likely that your students will run into many roadblocks along the way, which allows you to support your students in navigating problems in real time. However, project-based learning takes time and can be limited by school policy and time constraints. Class size and complexity can also be a challenge to PBL, but might be mitigated by grouping the students by common interest. Project-based learning works best when you build a safe classroom community where children feel safe to take risks by engaging in discussions and team-building activities. Have a calm, flexible learning environment where students can spread out and have access to various supplies. Create a list of community norms and responsibilities. Model discussions you would like your students to engage in. Foster relationships between all classroom members so students can inspire, question, and relate to one another. I began modeling a mini project-based learning task by using plants to demonstrate the effects of healthy snacking. The students love observing the plants and interpreting what they see into the effects healthy and unhealthy snacking practices have on humans. I hope to be able to have the students conduct their own projects when I'm back with them in March. Have fun exploring your passion for teaching as students learn while exploring theirs.